What if Brian Norman Jr. out jabs Devin Haney? If there was anything Terrence Crawford taught me with that Canelo fight, is everything isn't what it seems to be. Who's greater, Devin Haney or Gervonta right now? You want to know something really diabolical? I'm not sure how many fighters on his resume would beat Jake Paul. Check out the condition Devin the American Dream Haney is in. Cut up like a bag of dope.
I king, I do or die king. I take purple to the head like a Viking. Free drinks to a head like a Siamese. We getting drunk in this motherfucking high key.
I'm going to give you guys a what if. Now he's cut up, he's shredded. He looks great. He looks great because he's not drained. Pause. This is the highest weight he's gone to. He was always a big kid. So his body looks healthier. It's not just cut. It has volume. That's good. All right. He's healthier. Which, once again, proving my point. If he looks good against Brian Norman, and if he beats Brian Norman, if he looks strong, it proves my point. Fight at your healthy weight. Cutting yourself down, that's the past, bro. We're back to the Stone Age. It's the boxing revolution. But I have a what if for you guys. What if Brian Norman Jr. out jabs Devin Haney? Now listen to me. Listen to me. I said something that made everybody say, no way, years ago. I said Tyson Fury is the puncher in that fight against Wilder. Y'all said no way. And I said it's punch to chin ratio. I said that Fury can take Wilder's punch better than Wilder can take Fury's, making Fury the puncher in that fight. Listen. Devin Haney is known for having one of the best jabs, but it doesn't mean that he can defend a jab. How many fighters have you seen him fight with a great jab? Lomachenko out-jabbed Devin Haney that whole fight. Devin Haney had to be a body snatcher against Lomachenko. Say I'm lying. Cook Biz, Justin, what I'm saying is when you look at Brian Norman's jab, not only is it fluid from the shoulders, not only is he 147, not only is it quick, but he's jabbing with his knuckle. That shit hurt. What if he start busting Devin Haney up with a jab? If there was anything Terrence Crawford taught me with that Canelo fight, is everything isn't what it seems to be. If anybody almost got knocked out again in that Terrence Crawford Canelo fight, it was Canelo. Canelo got the better chin. Terrence Crawford was rocked against Gamboa. He was dropped by Mean Machine. Terrence Crawford knocking out everybody till he got to 154. How he's going to hurt Canelo Alvarez at 168. Canelo Alvarez been punched at light heavy. If anybody almost got knocked out, it was Bud almost knocking out Canelo. And that's the Black Two Sugars. That's the last thing I thought was going to happen. If anything, that he was going to stand toe-to-toe, out-trade with him, and hurt him. A lot of you guys thought that was going to happen. Not me. It helps. It helps me think. How often have I seen Devin Haney go up against a sharp, fast jab? Another thing, because Brian Norman Bates is a savage when knocking people out, and not a lot of people have seen his progression. They've only seen like the knockout, his last knockout. So you will look at him and say, okay, he's just a slugger. I mean, you can't help but to think that way. But what if he's a fast-footed fighter? What if he is a technical jabber? He just didn't have to do that because he wanted to make an impact and get his name out there. So I got to start breaking faces and knocking people out. Now I'm here. Now let me reveal all my tools. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying what if. This is a what if segment. Because Devin Haney can jab, it doesn't necessarily mean he can defend a jab. What if Brian Norman Bates out jabs Devin Haney all night? If this was before Santillan, I would have had Haney to beat Brian. And I'm trying to figure out what that means. I think that means I just didn't get enough data. Now with more data, okay, the fight is closer, right? Also, I'm not sure if Devin is as good as I think he is. That's a scary thing. Because Brian is either not as good as his hype is right now, or he's better than what we think he is. I don't know. And I'm the first one to tell you guys how much I don't damn know. But what we do in the war room is do critical thinking. A lot of people call that flip-flopping. They only want you to have one mind. But that's not what I do. I'm trying to think of all things. And then when I see the fight, I'm like, oh shit, it was that thing. Who's greater, Devin Haney or Gervonta right now? Haney easily. Because I messed with that. But I maybe I overthought Haney. Agreed. Devin has more heart. Agreed. Resume equals Devin. Resume. I want to say yes. Here's my prop, Haney. Because I want to say impact goes to Gervonta, but Haney got one hell of an impact on the negative end, right? Like Haney's impact is everybody wants him slept. He has an impact. Here's what messed with me. Do you guys want to see Shakur versus Lamont Roach? Let me ask a better question. Who wins, Lamont Roach or Pitbull? Roach. See what I'm saying? You see, you get where I'm going? Roach. It's only because of Tank. Who wins, Roach or Pitbull, is because of Tank. The names Roach and Pitbull is because of Tank. 2. Roach versus Shakur, you would have wanted that when he was coming from 130. You would have called Shakur a cherry pick. Now, you don't mind seeing it. Why? Because of Tank. True. Let me ask you this. If Tank has a bad resume, why are 2 of the welterweight champions on his resume? 2 of the current welterweight champions are on his resume. One of them is a reigning welterweight champion. And you want to know something that is sickening to the boxing world's stomach? The biggest fight this year is going to be Tank and Jake. Devin Haney was undisputed, but because of one fight. Teofimo Lopez did more to accomplish that than Devin. I still think Lomachenko was robbed against Devin, but at least Devin fought him. Here's an argument for Devin. Devin gave Shakur an offer. Tank didn't. Devin takes more of a challenge than Tank. I agree. And the funny thing is, Ryan Garcia was weight drained against Tank. But Tank did knock him out. And they did fight. I've often said that the Ryan that Tank fought was more determined than the one that Devin fought. Devin Haney being greater than Tank, I don't know. The war room is saying Devin. I'm literally like, I don't know, bro. How many fighters on Devin's resume would beat Mario Barrios at 140? My man said Ryan. Tank fought Ryan and Barrios. Loma. Loma's a good pick. And I don't even know that for sure. Loma at 140? I have no idea. But that's okay. Loma. Because I can't name many fighters that would beat Rolly on his resume. And that's the Black Two Sugars. I'm not sure how many fighters would beat Pitbull on his resume. That's the Black Two Sugars. And with that being said, how many fighters would beat Frank Martin on Devin Haney's resume? How many fighters would beat Lamont Roach on his resume? and you want to know, you want to Regis, all right? And you want to know something really diabolical? You want to know something really diabolical? I'm not sure how many fighters on his resume would beat Jake Paul. Let me see. Devin has been wanting Tank smoke for years. I don't know. I don't know about that for sure. I don't know about that. I mean, see, that's the problem. That's the problem with Tank. See, when it comes to Haney, they ain't no. See that, and that's the argument for Haney. When it comes to Haney, if there's a fight to be brought up, he's trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? He was in Teofimo Lopez's face like, let's do it. That's the thing about Dev, bro. Like Dev, no matter what y'all say about Dev, and he's this and he ain't shit and pussy and all. And when it comes to Dev, you know he wants to smoke. When it comes to Dev, you know Debo Dev wants to smoke. When it comes to him, which I've coined that name, and I don't know why they took it and act like I didn't. But when it comes to Debo Dev, brother, he wants to smoke. Now he's like, what bite? Like that? Let us not forget Haney stepped in the ring as undisputed champ to call out Loma. Normally it's the other way around. That's a fact. That is a fact. That is a 100% fact. Tank wanted 3 Lambos to fight Dev. That's a fact. See, Tank problem is this. This is a pause. If you're big, he seems intimidated, unless it's Jake. That's my problem with Tank. He's 140. If you're a big dude, I was a little nervous. He say little shit. That's like, yo, Tank, bro, whoa. You got me thinking you soft out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm home. Like, Tank, don't say that, brother. Scrap, you know? But then I remember when he wanted Conor Ben. And it's like, yo, I get so confused with Tank. I'm like, yeah, let's go. But then it didn't happen. So,